morning I have John Wilder. Our speaker has worked as an identity theft specialist consultant for the last 14 years. He has helped a number of people with identity theft problems by referrals to Kroll Incorporated, which is headquartered in New York with 35 offices in 20 countries. Kroll is a partner with Legal Shield, who is a private company with law firms to support Kroll Incorporated. He has also worked as an associate with Corning Incorporated, which is a fiber optic company in North Carolina educator, a New Hanover County correctional officer, an ATM technician for Wells Fargo, and a 22-year career in the Marine Corps. That's a lot. I was thrown off. He has been a victim of identity theft in 1985, where he struggled with the IRS to pay back some money someone had swindled through his Social Security information. Today he will touch on the Equifax breach from 2017 and how it affects you. Also, what you can do about it. The title is, Are You One of the Nine? 5 to 7 minutes. Please help me welcome John Wilder.
How many of you have had your credit checked in the last month or so? Great. How many of you have also gotten something from the 3 credit bureaus asking you to check your credit? Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and visitors. I'm here to talk about identity theft. Something that's been in the news lately and something that's going to affect all of us. Back in 1985, my information was breached, and I ended up fighting with the IRS on paying back something like $20,000. Someone in Alabama took the liberty of using my information to work and not pay the taxes. So I felt kind of violated. And just recent in the news, Equifax massive breach. There was same situation. I call it PTSD because I went through the same tunnels I went through when I went through an audit. Now, through no fault of some of you in this room, you are affected by this massive data breach. 143 million names out there. Names, social security number, medical information, date of birth, even jobs that you've been on. It's catastrophic. And I'm here this morning to tell you how to do something about that. The reason that this is happening is because they've got Russians with a MLM, multi-level marketing, that the guy started the breaching, then he brought on, I would say, associates to do what he's doing at the price of $10,000 a whack. He could get them information to get in people's business. And this is what happened, which is another full lecture on identity theft. But today I just want to cover what has happened so far. They've gotten everything they need to become you. And when I say you, all you need is your driver's license, passport, some other form of information. You can go to Social Security and get a number. And with the number and your driver's license, which they can become you. And it's pretty easy to do that. And believe me, it's scary too, because as I was paying back this money to IRS, I kept asking myself, why did it happen to me? But this was something that happened, started a long time ago before we even thought about it being identity theft. It wasn't called identity theft before. It was called somebody using your name to maybe cash a check or maybe buy something at a store. They wouldn't call identity theft. But today, that is a great problem. I mean, it's a big, big problem. So, what can you do? First of all, find out if you're a victim. And I called the number yesterday, and believe it or not, this number here, 866-447-7559, and the man told me that, no, you have to go to the website to find out if you've been victimized. And I read went on the internet and found out a lot of other people had called before. They ramped up everything, and they were hung up on. You know, finally get somebody they were hung up on, and then after getting someone, they couldn't tell you whether you had been breached or not. So to me, that was wow. So find out first if you're a victim. Next, you want to opt out of the credit. If you don't opt out, then you cannot sue them and you won't be part of a class action suit. Freeze your accounts. Now, if you freeze your account, you can't use them either. But if you decide to buy something, you can go and unfreeze your account and then buy it. Fraud alert, put the burden of proof on the banks to alert you when something is happening. Credit checks, you can get 3 a year. That's from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And this is the number you have to go to find out if you've been a victim. www.equifax, I didn't put the little, what you call a little hang down there. EquifaxSecurity2017.com, and they will let you know if you've been breached. I did do all of this, and I am a victim. So I'm going to do freeze accounts because I don't plan to buy anything in the next year or so. And credit checks, I mean, fraud alerts, I'm going to put the burden of proof on the banks so they will have to find out if anything has happened. But one thing about that, the guys you're buying from, they don't care whether you got, your data has been breached. They want to sell you something. So I urge you to go back and do all of these 6 things here, so that you can be aware of what's going on out there. And like I say, it's not a good thing to be in this position. So going back to my title, are you one of the 9? And I say, a stitch in time saves 9. In this case, your case, a stitch could save you millions. Madam Toastmaster.